Hello everybody, it's Makito. I hope everybody's having a good day and has had a good day so far. We have a really big slate for the Europa League and the Conference League. They play all their games on Thursdays, but usually when these games are out, it's exactly what's happening now. Mainly because the games in general are teams that are a lot smaller, teams are games that are a lot more lopsided. Price picks for the most part either doesn't add the lines, or if they do, they add them really late. So as I'm recording this video, there is no player props. I have two money line plays that I found, and they're both on Fliff. I know a lot of y'all are on Fliff, and then some of the plays that I use on the other sportsbook, which is Oakland. Some of those plays you can't find in many sportsbooks. So I have two Fliff plays, so everybody should be able to make these bets. I will try, as always, to have player prop plays, but as always, they might not even add them. And if they do, it'll be late tonight, and I work in the morning. So, honestly, when it comes to these games, I might not even post a player prop plays just because there's going to be so many games to go through. They might not add them. So, don't expect player prop plays. I might try to have one or two. But if I do, they will be in the pinned comment or in the Discord, which is completely free to join, which there's no reason not to join. I'll tag y'all there as well, and they will be in the pinned comment, so keep an eye out for those if you do want more plays. But other than that, I'll get straight into my money line plays. With the first one, I got this from -123. This first slip is in the Europa League, the UEFA Europa League. First place, Real Betis 2-winner draw going up against Genk. I've been relying on them a lot this season, and they've come through every time. Most of the time I just take them to score or something like that, but I'm taking them just to not lose. They have won or drawn 10 out of 11 games so far this season, so they've done well, with only loss being when they didn't have Anthony back in the squad against Bilbao. And anytime I mention or anytime I take Real Betis, I always mention Anthony, and it's for a reason. He's just a great offensive piece for them. He provides space by drawing opponents to him. He's a good dribbler, good playmaker. He's creative. But the only injury that Real Betis have is Isco, but he's been out for a long time, really. And Fornals and Lo Celso have done well in his place, while Genk on the other side have been inconsistent domestically in their league and has carried over to this Europa League. They won the first game and lost the second game, and the only reason why they were able to win that first game was because Rangers got a 41-minute red card in that game, and even then they barely scraped a 1-0 win in that game. So this is definitely the toughest matchup for that they have played so far, and Betis can easily win this game, but I'm taking them to win or draw just to be safe. They can either keep up or outscore them, so I like this play. Real Betis to win or draw going up against Genk. And the second play that I found that I like is FC Porto to score away from home going up against Nottingham Forest. You could take them to win or draw as well. I like that play as well. But if they do, I see them scoring in that game. I don't see this being a 0-0 game. They have scored in both Europa League games so far, with both of them ending in wins. They've won both games so far. They scored in 10 of 11 games so far in all competitions, in the league, in the cup, in the Europa League. And Forest is nowhere near as good defensively as they were last season. In 11 games that they've played this season, they have conceded in every single game. Every single day that they have played, they have conceded a goal. And Porto's a great offensive team, so I don't see a reason or a way in which they don't score. I don't see Nottingham Forest stopping them. Porto have been a very clinical side so far, both in the league and in the Europa League, converting on 41 and 43% of shots on target that they've taken so far in the league and Europa respectively. They're strong on set pieces, and that's one of Forest's biggest weaknesses. They'll get plenty of opportunities, so I like this play. Porto to score going up against Nottingham Forest, with Real Betis to win the draw for -123. Before I get into my money line play, I really appreciate if everybody liked the video and commented as well. It's a great way to support the channel. I post all of my picks out for free, so it really helps boost the video out to more people, boost it out to the YouTube algorithm. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, turn on notifications so you're notified when these videos do go out to y'all. And I do also let y'all know in my Discord, which is completely free to join, which is linked as well. It is for those that not only want to get notified, but it's also a great community where people post their plays on all sports and talk during the game, so there's no reason not to join. And then I also have my link for Outlier, which is linked as well. It doesn't work for Champions League and Europa Leagues. Those games aren't there, but there are for the top leagues in Europe, which is top 5 leagues. And it's also useful for NBA, NFL, all of that. It's a great resource app. With my link, you get a 7-day free trial. It is free, so there's no reason why not to try it out at least. And then if you do like it, you can keep having it after that. So link for that in the description. So I really want to thank anybody and everybody that supports me in any way. But other than that, I'll get straight into my money line play. This second slip, the first one was in the Europa League. This one is in the UEFA Conference League. I got this play for -115. And the first play is Fiorentina to win or draw, going up against Rapid Vienna. They haven't done well domestically. Vienna hasn't either. Rapid started well, and then they've been on a losing streak. They have lost 4 games straight now and have been winless in 5 straight. And out of both teams that have been inconsistent and bad domestically, who do I trust more? Easily Fiorentina. Vienna lost the first group game 4-1, allowing 18 shots and 9 shots on target from only 52% possession against a much weaker side. Fiorentina can easily get the same possession, easily get the same amount of shots. And if that happens, they will convert at least 1, 2, if not even 3 of those chances as well. And Fiorentina need to turn the season around. It is a good matchup for them to do it. Vienna played in the Conference League last season, and while they made it all the way to the conference finals, quarterfinals, sorry, they did not play any good opposition. They were eliminated by Djurgården, if I'm even pronouncing that right. They never played a top European team, and now that they're playing a team like Fiorentina, I don't see them winning this game. So I like Fiorentina to win a draw, going up against Rapid Vienna. And the second play that I found that I like is Strasbourg, 3-way money line, going up against Jagiellona Białystok. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing their name right, but that just comes to show that the team that they're playing, they should win. You could take their over 1.5 goals, but I can see this being a 1-0 game. They have been very impressive so far this season. They won the first game in the group stage 1-2. Currently 3rd place in League 1 with the second best offense. And they're coming off that 3-3 draw away from home against League 1 champions and Champions League defending champions PSG. And when they play at home, their defense is much, much better. Out of 5 games that they've played at home in all competitions, they have kept a clean sheet in 4 of the 5 games. So they haven't conceded in 4 whole games out of 5 so far, and they've played well. And now they're playing a much weaker opposition. I can see them shutting them out. If not, they can outscore them. Jagiellona played in the Conference League last season as well. But just like Rapid Vienna, they didn't play any good opposition up until they met Betis in the quarterfinals as well. Got eliminated when they played them away from home. They lost 2-0, gave up 27 shots, 8 shots on target with 65% possession to Betis. So again, once they finally faced a good opposition in Europe, they played bad, couldn't score, conceded, gave up a lot of possession, a lot of shots, and I can see the same thing happening again against the Strasbourg side, who has done well so far this season. They could win 1-0, but Jag will struggle a lot, and at home I trust them. So I like the Strasbourg 3 money line going up against Jagiellona, paired with Fiorentina to win or draw going up against Rapid Vienna, and I have this play for -115. Thank you everybody for watching. I'll quickly go over last video's plays. It was a weird day when it came to player prop wise. The 2 in the video, Gundogan DMP'd, and then Richarlison over 2 shots he missed, ended with 1, had a yellow card in the game, so they subbed them out to be safe. So that was unfortunate. And then I had 3 added plays. Olise to go over 3 shots, and then I had Wirtz to go over on passes, and then I had Lookman to go over 3 shots. Olise and Lookman both pushed, and then Wirtz did hit his play. So we were technically, I guess, 1-1 player prop wise, and then we did have the money line play, and that one missed. Marseille to go over 8.5 shots. That was easy. They had 8 by halftime. They hit that play, and then we had Atalanta to score first against Slavia Prague. That game ended 0-0. I knew Slavia were going to struggle in that matchup when it came to scoring, and then just like the previous game, Atalanta had plenty of chances and just couldn't convert. They were expected to score over 2 goals and just couldn't find the back of the net. So it was unfortunate for us. They had the chances. The read was there. They just couldn't convert. So I still like to play regardless, and I like these plays as well. We have still been on a great run over the last couple of videos, and again, we don't have any player prop plays so far, but if I do, they will be in the pinned comment. They usually don't add many, if any, when it comes to these Europa League and Conference League games. Again, because of the imbalance in matchups, much smaller teams, so there's not as much data for these sportsbooks to go off of. But hopefully with these 2 money line plays, we can hit at least those as well. And then club soccer, normal top 5 leagues will be starting up this weekend, so I will have a video for those. But other than that, I hope everybody has a good night, a good day, and we can cash out tomorrow.